This is part 1 of the podcast.
According to our culture or cultural norms and values, land, they never thought that land can be put in a briefcase and someone can take it and carry it. They never had...
I mean our people.
Yeah. They never had that ideology or that understanding. You know, a liar will always protect his lie. I think if World War III happened, Africa will rise. So slavery is now a state of mind. The shackles are not physical.
Now it's in the mind.
It's in the mind. Why do you think a black woman wants Peruvian hair to look beautiful? Self-hate.
You just have to have a good face, a face that somebody can look at, and then have some nyash.
But down here, they enhance the nyash, bro.
Down here,
they enhance it. So as much as we can say that Israel did not follow the ruling, it was based on the fact that they knew where the ground they're standing on, who is supporting them. So we literally live in an animal farm. Some animals are more important than others.
That's crazy, bro.
Oh my God, here we go again.
Hello everyone, welcome to the show. On this episode 22, I actually have a guest. So this guest of mine, whenever he comes to the show, we have like these crazy conversations. So it only made sense that he be on the show, alright? So I promise you're definitely going to be entertained because we talk crazy. I promise you are going to be entertained.
Yo, you threw me in the deep end. Anyway, my name is Hamilton. I used to produce music. I'm a songwriter, I'm a scriptwriter. But I'm a father.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, I'm part of the creative game, but literally taking a break for now.
Taking a break from the crazy. Why are you taking a break, bro?
You know, raising a family is not for the faint-hearted, eh? So when you're creative, it takes you away from home. So you really need that little time that you get. So trying to work for the family and also trying to be a creative sometimes can be very challenging.
Yeah, I can understand that, bro. Parents are always crying, especially now in 2024. Things are crazy, bro. It's expensive to raise raise children, basically.
Bruh.
Yeah. Nah, I can get that.
If I knew about that 2 years ago, I would have made a different decision.
Come on. There's no way. Because even me right now, I just need to start to have like a good standing, then I'll start a family. But I don't want to start a family now because I don't want to. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's not time yet for me.
There's never good standing,
bro.
It can never come.
And people tell me that though. People say if you're waiting for the right time is never gonna come.
No, I think best decision I ever made was to get married early.
Yeah, man.
Because right now, when I look at my firstborn, I'm like, so by the time I'm 40, he's 15.
Yeah.
So literally finishing high school, going into varsity, and 40 to 60, that's the most active years. Yeah. By the time I'm 45, 50, he's already out of uni. Then I start living my life.
Bro, you see. Man, some of us are here still thinking about how we haven't even met the woman yet, our wives, future wives yet. And people are already, man. Someone is chilling with our girlfriends right now.
Some like the old Balis would say, they say it's not yet born.
Nah, bro. we know they are born. Our girlfriends are born right now. Someone is just having fun with them, playing with them anyhow.
Yeah, bro.
Man,
imagine.
Crazy.
Imagine.
So let's talk about talking about Zim. Let's talk about your currency, like the ZIG.
The ZIG, Zim Gold,
bro. It's backed by Zim Gold.
Yeah. And
a couple of days back, it was actually trading. I think it was higher than the rand. It was higher than the rand for a few, if not one day, I think a few days. And I don't know. What do you think about this? Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it. In terms of touching it, but I've seen the pictures circulating on social media. I think it's a look. There's mixed emotions around it. There are mixed emotions around it, but I think the idea around it is not a bad thing. I think it's really, really something that we have to look forward to.
Yeah.
If you look, the features they're not the best of features, but I think it might serve a good purpose.
Like the features, like what do you mean by the features?
Doesn't look like
Doesn't look like a currency. I saw there's a barcode. It actually has like a barcode. I don't know what was that for.
No, the barcode is not really a bad thing because most countries are now putting barcodes on their bills. Yeah, I think that's the best way to check if the note is not a fake one. Because if you scan it, there is a certain barcode that you have to see to prove that it is. Because we are now in the age of technology where you just scan a barcode with your phone, it takes you exactly where you can see what the specimen, which is the first print of money, you can see that it is the real one, and it will show you the features. So if it doesn't, then it means the fake one.
But is that really? Do you think that's really gonna catch on? Like every country is gonna start having like a barcode on their currency.
No, I think there's quite a number of currencies that have. The euro now has. The pound, I think it also has. I think in Africa there might be 2-3 countries that already have barcodes on their money.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I think it's a new trend that is happening now. So I don't think it's a bad thing to have a QR code on your currency.
So what do you think about the whole idea that is backed by gold from your country? Is it a good thing, or is it like the move from the dollar to ZIG? Apparently you guys have been changing currency again and again and again, and this is just one of the moves. How do you think this one is going to be? Do you think this one is going to be different from the others?
Let me put a little bit of hope. But everything about Zim is a little bit complicated.
Okay.
Right? Because Zim is the first country in Africa that had to take out the white system.
Yeah.
So that they start to operate with their own system without the interference from outside. So as it stands right now, they had to stand to be corrected, because if whatever precedent they were setting up was going to affect the whole of African states, states in terms of the way they were going to handle pre-colonial issues in terms of trade and in terms of raw material transportation and selling and whatever. So when you look at the way Zimbabwe was handled, they had to put a stop on it. So when you look at the way South Africa is doing now, is exactly what Zimbabwe did about 20 years ago, when they came up with a 49-51% ownership. So if you look at the way they're trying to maneuver around the ideology of how commerce and trade and all world financials happen, they're trying to maneuver around, but look, it's gonna be difficult. And I do not think it's gonna make it.
Why do you say that?
Yes, it's backed by gold, but remember, it's going to be trading on institutions that are not controlled by Africans.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's not gonna be. It can succeed.
There won't be as much balance of trade in Zimbabwe. What weakens the currency is not the fact that it's backed by gold. It's backed by how much they purchase and sell. That's how the system says.
But I feel like Zim is not just a country that doesn't have things that they could sell, or it's not a country that would not want to buy things. They also want to buy and sell goods. Zim is actually good. I guess I heard the other time, there was one time I heard about Zim produce wheat, right? They produced like they had like the highest production of wheat. I think it was last year. And I was like, yeah, they could actually sell that. That if they could set their market where they could sell those things, then they use their own currency. And yeah, but I feel like I understand what you mean now, because they still have to use the dollar, right?
Yeah, everything has to be exchanged to the dollar. So if they want to sell their wheat, it has to be sold based on someone's price. So you do not gazette the price that you want to sell your product. So they have the wheat, but they do not gazette the price to sell the wheat.
Nah, but someone
someone does.
They're still using their currency though. I mean, they're gonna use the conversion rate of the country that they're gonna buy, if they want to buy from someone,
Right.
they're gonna use their currency, but they're still converting it from their currency.
So I think the problem is that Africa doesn't have common ground in terms of trade. Whatever trade that is happening in Africa, it's controlled from outside. So the price is gazetted from outside. So if Zimbabwe wants to sell its wheat to South Africa, the price is not gazetted amongst the two of them. They have to go on the global market price. So that global market price, sometimes it does not correspond with the expenditure that was on the ground when they were producing the product.
Yeah.
You see, so that is what is affecting Africa. But if Africa had one currency, it's easier for them to trade. Then they can gazette a price for their own commodities.
I think Africa actually needs a currency. Not like a currency like the whole of Africa is going to use one currency, but each country is going to have their own currency, but then they have like a currency that you can use to trade.
The best is to trade on.
Do you think that's going to work like the euro?
No, I think it will work. I think it will work. It will work like charm.
But we have to get rid of these old politicians first before anything like that is stable. All these old people, bro, I don't know. They need to die and just go. They just need to just die and give up.
You know what? I had this conversation with somebody, right? If I take you back, let's say, to the 15th century, the white settlers come through. When they came through, according to our culture or cultural norms and values, land, they never thought that land can be put in a briefcase and someone can take it and carry it. They never had.
I mean, our people.
Yeah. They never had that ideology or that understanding.
That someone can buy land, can purchase land.
You understand?
Own land.
So these guys came. So this is how I look at it. They came and they said, "Can I have a piece of land? I just want to farm and mine." They're like, "There, you can start doing it." He's not going to carry it. That's pretty much the African mentality. Even if you go to the rural areas, it's the same mentality even up to today. They do not know that someone can put title deeds to the land and carry it in a briefcase and be able to sell it. That's exactly what happened. Right now, we are all sitting or standing on vast land that are being owned by somebody else that is not even in Africa. But they didn't buy it in the first one didn't buy it. They were given.
Not even given. Let's say the first people just owned. They just came to the land and like, okay, this is my land from here to here. I own this. Right? And then they started selling it from there.
So if you go back to the Berlin conference, they agreed that you have to prove that you have the rights to the land for you to say this is now my territory.
Yeah.
So they went over to the tributary chiefs and kings, and they convinced them that they were only coming there to hunt, farm, and mine gold.
That's
mine mineral.
Convince the
natives, yeah. Okay. So they were given the rights to farm, mine, and hunt. So they signed treaties. So whichever treaty that was signed gave them the rights. That's exactly what they took and say, this is now our territory.
Bro, yo, we were bamboozled, bro. Our people were bamboozled. So, yo.
Then they started displacing people. They moved these people from this side to there so that there's no direct claiming to say, this is where my grandfather's grave is. Because as long as you can pinpoint and say, my grandfather was buried there, it's your land, according to their agreement. So if you go there and you say, this is my grandfather's land, the land belongs to you. And if the DNA...
But you have to prove it. You see, that's a problem.
You have to prove it.
You have to prove it. How are you going to prove that?
Because you have to go for a DNA. They have to take samples, which means you have to exhume.
Where's the other sample going to come from? I mean, your sample is
your
fine,
sample,
but where's the
and
other
the sample in the ground?
How are they going to go get the sample?
Exhume the body. If you can prove that it's my grandfather's grave, they have to exhume it.
But that's crazy because I feel like we didn't have. Did we have graves? Like, Like back then, like back then, before these people came.
Yes.
Did we have graves?
Yeah, we did.
Like we have where we can point to a specific location and say, this is where we bury our dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there were specific cemeteries in according to the hierarchy of the society.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the chiefs and the kings, they were buried in caves.
Yeah.
Right? Then so they were buried in caves. Like in South Africa, if you go back to the Mutapa Empire, Mapungubwe was a gravesite for the kings. Then on the center of Zambezi, of Limpopo, on the center of Limpopo, there's an island. It owned by one of the richest families in South Africa. That island was a gravesite. So that's why they used to say you never know where a king is buried.
So what these rich people who own that land?
They own land like they own every other piece of land.
Is it white?
Of course. They own it. And now they've got a private game reserve. You get into your boat, they sail you through, you get there, you have a nice time. You know? So when you go back in history, you realize that, look, Africans never had a clue that you can actually put land on a piece of paper and put it in a briefcase and travel with it.
And that's one of the reasons why they were giving land to these people for free. Even if there was no choice, because even if the land was not given, they would take it by force.
No, they did not just start by taking. That's the funny thing.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, even if they came and the elders were like, nah, we're not giving you our land, eventually they'll take it by force.
So the same way they are still doing up to today.
Yeah.
They had to come, live with you, convince you that they are now part of the society.
Yeah, okay.
They had to do that. That's why when you go back and learn about history, when they talk about the Moffats, the Charles Rads in the Zimbabwean side of history, they were integrated into the community by the people, because remember, African people are very welcoming and very accommodating.
True.
They welcomed them in, they took care of them, they showed them, they taught them their tradition.
Meanwhile, these people have like ulterior motives. Is that how you say it? Like,
yeah,
they have like other things, they had like other ideas about the reason why they actually came.
So if you read some of their books, they say that Africa was like a monster because the land was sacred. So they needed the help of the locals to understand and to maneuver around Africa.
Jeez.
A lot of them died from tsetse. They used to call it tsetse flies, right? Tsetse fly used to cause sleeping sickness and yellow fever, I think, or something like that. And a lot of them died. But the only people that knew how to treat it were the natives.
But eventually they came up with the malaria, the medicine for it, right?
Yeah, they did, but it was through the help of Africans. Then they take the samples, take them there, develop them, but they still got the information from the natives.
Bruh. What? I don't know, man. This is when we talk about this history, this African, our history, the African history, the real African history, not these things that they teach in school. They don't even teach us these things.
They don't.
Which they are supposed to. When I hear this history, it bothers me. It doesn't really bother me, but it gives me some type of way. Like, bro, we've always been cheated, and we are still being cheated to now. Like, we can't have a break. You know a liar
will always protect his lie. So that's how I view it. So they know the lie they've said.
Yeah, they told before.
Right?
Yeah.
So they know the lie and they will protect it by all costs because they know what they tend to lose.
They've destroyed our land, they've destroyed us. Now, their cities are big, prosperous, beautiful cities, but now to get into those countries, to get into those places, you have to go to the embassy They will give you the checkup. They will check you out. They check your whole family.
Proper.
Bro. They will check you. They check your background proper before you even get into those places. Life is not fair.
Does it make sense though?
It does not.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Because the things that we look at and say, it is important. It's not really important.
Nah.
I think my view of how we live in the cities, I think we are enslaved.
Yeah.
I personally think that the richest people in this world are not the one with the monetary value. I think it's the people that have control of their time.
Like how?
They wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
They decide, today for me to eat, I have to go to the garden or I'm going to go hunt. They live by the instincts of nature. We in the city, for you to eat, you have to go to work.
Definitely. Yeah.
For you to have a house to live in, you have to work. So everything that you have, you pay for it. So it becomes so difficult for us to be as thankful for life and everything that we have, like the people in the rural areas. When they wake up in the morning and they say, we're going to hunt, they will go and hunt. Whatever they have, they can share as a community. They still live according to the laws of nature.
Wow. You saying this, and I remember back home in my country, Cameroon, in the village, when we left school in the city, we go back home in the village. Bro, see, the life in the village is so easy and nice. In the back of the house, there's a farmland. Like, let's say, like we stay here now, and in the back of this house, there's a farmland that stretches, like, goes like down. Let's say from here to ShopRite. It's just farmland owned by one person, and there they have fruits. They have everything that if they say, okay, you cannot leave this Sophia, you cannot leave Sophia town. You know you are sorted. There's nothing. You don't have to go to the shops to buy anything. In the backyard, you have everything. You have cassava, you have cocoyam, you have yam, you have sugar cane. Some of these things are. Do you know them, right?
Yeah.
You have sugar cane. You have chili, the pepper, right?
Yeah.
The fresh one.
Yeah,
it's there. Everything that you need is there. Just need to buy salt, and for those who eat salt, and maybe we have this thing called Maggi. You just need to buy those.
And all of that is natural.
See, and you just have to go in the backyard and say, okay, what do I feel like eating today? It's there. Even the color that you like, the color nut.
Yeah,
we have a tree in the backyard.
You see,
bro.
but now, if you look at all the foods that we consume as Africans, they nourish our bodies and souls. But here in the city, everything is genetically modified.
The KFCs, bro. The KFCs.
You see, so all the diseases that we suffer from come from the stomach, which is in the intestines.
Yeah.
So whatever we ingest is the cause of the diseases.
True. No, that's actually true.
So
actually very true.
Whoever controls our food controls our lives, controls how we think, how we operate. Because a person that thinks from the stomach is hard to control than a person who's using his mind.
Yeah, man. Because you just want to eat all the time.
Imagine.
You just want to eat all the time.
So it's quite complicated, bro.
All right, let me ask you this. Let's move to something else.
All right.
So McG, you know McG, right?
Yeah, I do.
Podcast and Cheer.
Yeah.
So he had this statement about I just want to ask you how you feel about it. He said so they traveled, they went to Nigeria, and he said all the girls that he saw there are grenades. Basically meaning all the girls that he saw that side are not they're not beautiful. So they are some type of way. And he said, compared to South Africa has very, very beautiful girls, which they have, true. But what do you think about that? What do you think about the comparison? Like,
I think it's a very difficult. I think it's a very ambiguous comparison, actually.
Yeah.
It's two ways. Because one, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
Okay.
One. Number two, the station or the section or the side of town that he went might not be, the one.
Yeah, true.
Then also you have to look at, if you look at South Africa, the beautifulness does not come from them having beautiful women as a whole, because I think what makes a person beautiful is the features. So you might be saying the women, they are too dark, but if you look at the climate there, it's different from down here.
Yeah, okay.
Then if you look at the way their water is treated here, it might be different from there. So these are the factors that can affect skin and the products that are being used.
True.
As well. So I think he has his own view. And if you go back in history, Zulus used to take women that are beautiful. If they conquer, they take beautiful women. They take strong men, right? So the migration of women was based on that. Maybe that's the reason why you might be finding beautiful women down here.
No, but I'm saying but I agree with him. Some of the girls down here are beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, but he also mentioned something where he said he understands why when guys come that side, from that side, they come here and they get women. They like the women this side. But I'm saying, for West Africa, I'm not even gonna say for Africa, for Nigeria, for West Africa, you have part of Cameroon, you have Nigeria, you have Ghana, and those other French countries. When they come here, bro, for a West African, a beautiful woman, you don't necessarily have to be beautiful in the face.
You must have a good nyash.
Exactly. If you have a good nyash and you are stacked properly,
that's
all.
Good. That's all.
So basically, that what I'm saying about that is that's one of the reasons why most guys will see that they have like girls this side. It's not about the facial beauty.
No.
It's about what she's carrying in the bag.
Yeah.
If you're carrying something heavy in the bag, you are good for a West African.
But
your face really doesn't matter. You just have to have a good face. You don't have to be that ugly. Yeah, we're not gonna allow that, but you just have to have a good face, a face that somebody can look at, and then have some nyash.
But down here they enhance the nyash, bro.
Down here
they enhance it.
No, but I don't think they enhance it.
They do, bro. They do. They get
very
implants.
Very few.
Then they get injections for the nyash to grow.
Naturally, the South African girls naturally are stacked like that.
No, some are, but some enhance,
majority,
bro. Yeah, but
majority.
They do enhance though. It's like the lightness. They enhance the lightness.
Yeah, they do.
But
you notice when you enhance your color, your skin color.
Some, you know what's funny about South Africa is that they do not use creams. They use injections, bro.
Jesus Christ. But it's very, very expensive. So it's the top tier people.
No, not really expensive. Like you're talking about like 400 or 500 rands, bro.
What do you mean?
If you go to Discam right now, there is what they call a protein injection or something. Dude, it enhances your skin, bro.
Wait, but I don't think that's
that's a thing here. They do it, bro.
I've never heard of that, bro.
Ask around. Ask the women.
I know about the injections.
Some women don't.
It's the top tier women, those ones that have money, because I know it's kind of expensive to do those things.
So some, they go get drip.
Yeah.
So they put drips in with nutrients
to be light skin.
So the nutrients brings in the smoothness of the skin. Some get injection to be light. Look at Kanye Mbao, bro.
Yeah, okay.
That's
a different case.
Right?
That one,
right?
Yeah, but I feel like she did it the right way. Not the right way. She did it the financial way, which means you have to pay a lot of money to.
Bro, now she's literally white.
Yeah, but if she's broke tomorrow, bro, she's not gonna like her skin. I tell you, bro. Because it also needs maintenance. You need to also maintain it. If she's broke tomorrow and there's no money, bro, she's gonna hide her face. I tell you.
You see, that's what money does, bro. But I think what Mac G said, it was just I think it's something for clicks, bro.
No, I understand.
But deep down inside, bro, I think he got a diamond up there.
Nah, Mac G's married, happily married at that. But the thing is,
but he's still a man.
Yeah. What do you mean you're still a man? But yeah, the thing is, I feel like he went, or when he actually went, like he said, he didn't go out a lot. He didn't go out a lot. So the girls, the people that he saw that time was just, it was cropped to just see those people. Because I'm sure if he actually went out and went around town, looked places, you see beautiful. Nigeria has beautiful girls, bro.
I know, bro.
Nigeria has beautiful girls. That nigga was not looking.
No, that's why I said probably they were scared that he's gonna take all the women, so they took him to the side where he don't find any.
Not even that. But, nah, I just feel like it was just a thing of you didn't really explore, because if you go to really explore, you see the women. The women are there, bro. The women are there.
Even here, bro, there are women that you ask yourself, is this woman really South African? You know?
Yeah.
There are some women that you can see and you ask yourself, no, this one is not South African.
Like she's too beautiful to be South African.
Yeah, or she's too ugly to be South African. You know, so eat up. Makadzi, bro. Like, you know what? Money changes.
Jesus
bro,
Christ,
if you go back and look at Makadzi when she started, right?
Yeah.
When there was no Mule, bro.
Yeah.
The makeover, the transformation, bro, is huge.
I feel like even now she's still somehow.
But now look at this. The skin texture.
Yeah, the skin texture, but still, like we were saying, there's certain things that you cannot change. If you're beautiful, you're beautiful. If you're not, you're not. I'm short. I cannot be tall. So yeah, some people cannot be beautiful. But if I get money right now, I'm gonna look extra good. That's what I'm trying to say.
You see that's the thing, bro. Money changes everything.
Yeah. But Makasi, she's very talented.
Very.
And she dance like her dance, bro. If you can't, if fat people dance like Makasi, they're gonna lose weight. Yeah,
for sure.
Yo, because the dance is very, very like.
But one thing that I commend about vendors, bro, they never lose their culture or tradition.
Vendor.
Yeah. So vendors, no matter how much money they make, bro, they'll always follow their culture.
Yeah.
Always, no doubt.
Let me ask you this. What do you think? What's the first thing that comes to your mind when I say Diddy?
Yo, bro.
Yeah?
That was unexpected, eh? But you know the Diddy issue.
Yeah.
I'm trying to really find the gist of it.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it feels very surreal, or sometimes it feels like he's being thrown in the deep end. But when you start to go back, you start to realize, no, the signs were there, but we just didn't pay attention.
It's not that people didn't pay attention. People knew. Like, I don't know if we've always known about people talking about Diddy's parties. Diddy's parties are crazy. Diddy's parties are what. But all of a sudden now we getting that this is what has been happening. I'm sure there are people that knew what was happening, but no one was brave enough to say anything because he's scared of the big man.
Yeah, and I also think that these connections were big.
I guess that's why they were scared.
Yeah, and I think finding out the way it came out, I think he has stepped on someone's toes that he shouldn't have.
And that's the thing. That's one thing that I feel like is happening with all these black celebrities. I feel like they reach a certain point, even though what they do is crazy, but they reach a certain point where they're trying to maybe they're trying to do like some acquisitions. They're trying to buy like some major media company or something. Like in Bill Cosby's case, they said he was trying to buy. Was it?
I think it was NBC
or something.
NBC. I think,
I'm not sure. Allegedly, I guess. And that's when all of a sudden news came out that he was drugging women and having sex with them and all that stuff. R. Kelly's one, I think he was also trying to do something major. I don't know. I don't know. And all of a sudden, boom. And this whole time, people knew about these things. But then when it came out, everybody just blew it out of proportion. Blah, 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 blah. People knew about this and no one said anything.
Yeah, I think it's similar to the Michael Jackson issue.
Yeah.
And I think for me, when this whole thing started, and I think I was a little bit young, but one thing that I picked up from the Michael Jackson debacle is that Michael Jackson had first hand of what happens in the industry, because he was a victim of it. So my question was, why would he want to retaliate the same things that were done to him to other kids? Because in most of his interviews, he used to talk about it, and he used to say that what has been done to him was inhuman. So when you look at it, you start to realize that no, Michael Jackson was a good businessman.
Yeah,
he separated business and pleasure and personal life.
Yeah.
So imagine a black man.
A pleasure was him playing with kids.
No, not necessarily. Imagine a black man leaving Sony, owning 2/3 of it. It's gonna make a lot of people unhappy.
Exactly.
So what was the easiest way to clamp him down? He's molesting kids, because they knew it's something that will literally grab people's attention. That's manipulation.
I thought that came out before he actually left. The kids situation came out before he actually left.
No, he had already owned Sony, because he got the Sony catalog in the 90s.
Really?
Yeah, in the 90s, bro. So that's why if you go back and look at Michael Jackson's catalog, he owned his catalog, bro. From Thriller, it was never in anyone's hands. He owned his catalog. He owned it. And he owned Sony Publishing, because
they had to take him out. Yes.
They literally had to. So he owns 2/3, which means he was the majority owner of Sony.
But why is it like this? When Kanye West came out and was saying that the top people up there are Jewish people, white people up there, they wanted to crucify him.
Yeah,
which is actually true, because who is right at the top who's black?
None.
Everyone that has ever tried to make any plans or even think of buying,
they crucify him.
Exactly.
Yeah, they crucify him.
You see, black people, I don't know, and we are the first people to start saying, where's the cross? Let's bring the cross or get nails this side.
And you know what I have learned also is that Michael Jackson was a good businessman, like I said. Do you know that Michael Jackson wanted to buy Bob Marley's catalog? 1980. 1984, 1985, bro. Bob Marley's catalog. Michael Jackson saw value in it and he wanted to buy it from the Jamaican government.
But now his kids owns it, right?
Yeah. Bob Marley's kids own it. But when they were looking for money to buy it, remember when Bob Marley died, the state seized all his assets because he didn't leave a will. So they wanted to auction it. So they had to borrow money to buy their father's likeness and the catalog and the name and everything back. And Michael Jackson was also in the loop. When they wanted to borrow money, Michael wanted to buy it for 20 million.
Only?
Yeah.
Imagine.
No, then that's what it was worth.
20 million.
$20 million US.
I'm sure
this is in the 80s, bro.
Now.
Bro, now it's worth billions.
Jesus Christ. Bruh, that's crazy.
So when you come to the Diddy issue, bruh, I think Diddy was involved in a lot of shit. Like proper.
Allegedly.
Yeah, proper. Because if you go back to the subliminal messages that's been sent from the 90s from Tupac to Suge Knight and all the other guys, Faith Evans, and also the controversies that Jaguar lives out.
Yeah.
It all points out to him, you know. Yeah, you know. And so when you look at it, I think it was a long time coming.
Jesus Christ, bro, that's crazy.
I was shocked by the TD Jakes one.
That one was a conspiracy.
That one shocked me, dude.
But that one was not real,
bro.
It was just somebody blowing the air. Someone was just trying to, and that's the problem with this generation, bro. You can just literally just say anything about somebody powerful, and whew, it's gonna take off.
So it's the power of telly.
Yeah.
So telly tells the vision that they want you to have. So if telly tells you something,
bro, you are running with it. You're just gonna take it and run,
bro. It's telly.
What are you gonna do if World War III happens? World War III starts to.
World War III. I don't think World War III will affect Africa at all.
What do you mean?
I don't think so.
We have. It's all about this thing. We all tied up with one of these countries. That's right. One way or the other, we're gonna be included.
I think we'll suffer the most if it affects China.
Why?
Because that's where everything we have comes from.
Yeah.
See, we do not own any production lines. Yeah. So all our production lines come from China. So if anything affects China, it's going to affect us. But Europe, I don't think it will affect us in any way.
Europe and America, I don't think it's going to affect us anyway.
Not in any way.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it like that.
If it affects China, then it's going to affect our production lines.
But it's going to affect our way of living, not really us, but our way of living. We can always reset back and start doing things our own way. Our
own way of living it will only affect the people in the cities.
Yeah, but everyone can always go back to the villages.
But some cannot, because they're so used to the city life that they cannot afford to go back to the village.
You have no choice. What are you going to stay in the city? What are you going to be doing in the city?
Bro, they'll figure it out.
Bro. World War III, bro.
World War III, it's going to be a phenomenon. But because the problem now is that, bro, countries are now powerful. They own weapons of mass destruction.
That's why I feel like it might just happen.
And
it might.
But I think that it's going to affect America more. Everyone is pointing out to the eradication of America. Everyone wants to remove America on the face of the earth.
If World War III happens, America is going to lose its power as the
superpower.
Superpower, exactly. And the superpower is going to easily transfer to either Russia or China. My money is on China if it happens.
I think China will be wiped out completely.
You think so?
Yeah.
By America?
No, not by America. I think the dynasty of China will be gone.
It's gonna be a democracy now.
Yeah, I think if World War III happens, Africa will rise.
Yeah, I think, and that's why I'm sure if you know this, I'm sure the CIA also, they've been seeing things happening. So what they'll do is they'll first just give us like a backhand nuke.
Manipulate Africa.
Not manipulate, they'll just nuke us just in case, so we don't get back up before. Just sort of like a couple of nukes, just land in Africa, take out the whole of Africa, reset, and then they start fighting that side. Because it's definitely true. If it happens, Africa is going to stand tall.
I think Africa is more powerful than we anticipate.
We are, but we don't have
Africa is a spiritual land.
Man, let's screw all that. Leave all that spirituality that side, bro. When it comes to the war, if it's World War III, bro, spirituality is not going to help anybody.
No, the only problem is that Africans moved away from it.
But even still, it's not going to help us with anything. When a bullet is coming, bro, you're not going to do any spirit. No spirit is going to come out and stop a bullet.
My point on it is that you must understand that before we are humans, we're spiritual first.
Okay.
So by Africa being spiritual, you must understand that the land lives as much as we do.
Yeah.
Right? As the land lives, the people that are living on the land must accept that the land is the mother of nature. If the people do accept that, the land will protect the people.
Like
it happened in Libya, like it happened in Ethiopia, like it happened.
Libya? What do you mean?
Libya. You know, when they tried to colonize Libya.
Oh, Libya.
Bees came from Norway, bro. Bees.
Bro, is that a conspiracy?
No, it's not a conspiracy. It actually happened.
Jeez, okay. What happened?
Right? In Malawi, it was similar, bro. Bees attacked Malawi, bro. Like this Malawi. Bees, bro. So it's not just about nature or spirituality. It's about people knowing who they are and where they come from. Why do you think, if you ask any child, any African or any poor black child who Jesus is, they'll point out at the white Jesus, because that's what
we know.
That's what they were taught. That's why the churches maneuver around with cars and showing the film of Jesus. Go to the suburbs, bro. They don't show that shit. But go to the auction, bro. That's what they show.
Why do you think we know Christ more than as black people? Why do you think we know the church more than we know hard work and chasing the bag, chasing money? As black people, as Africans.
Slavery.
Because you see, literally, someone who will leave their time and go to church. They decide to go to church. If the pastor says, come to church every day after work, not even after work, come to church every day midday. Midday, usually people are at work, right? Some people find ways to leave work at midday to go to church and then come back to work.
Slavery.
Jesus. Yeah.
So slavery is now a state of mind. The shackles are not physical.
Now it's in the mind.
It's in the mind.
The brain is all messed up.
Why do you think a black woman wants Peruvian hair to look beautiful? Self-hate. See, so our minds are so captured that anything that belongs to us is not good.
True. Yeah.
Anything that belongs to us as Africans, it's not good.
Which is why we like to hate our own success.
Yeah.
When we have somebody that is doing, a black person that is doing good, we always like to throw stones at them.
Pull each other down. So there's only two ways in which black people live. It's either you're a house nigger or a field nigger.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So, you know, the house nigger lives like the master, walks like the master, portrays the master when the master is not there, eats with the master.
That's the house nigger.
That's the house nigger. That's a T-boy, bro. Right? Then you have the field niggers. The field niggas think their house nigger is the devil. Yeah. So whoever gets a chance wants to pull the house nigger down to better their life. So there's only two sides of a nigger: a house nigger or a field nigger. The ones that are in the offices, the ones that are on the ground.
So which one is bound to prosper? Which one is the prosperous one?
Neither of the two. Prosperity or success is not based on monetary value. We think monetary value is success.
But we did monetary value for something, bro.
What else can you do with it? If you make $1 million right now, you can buy everything that you want. But what else can you do with it? If not to buy something.
Be happy.
No, it doesn't make you happy. Because the higher you climb, the lonely you become. Because
if you climb with people that you started with, like your friends, you're gonna be happy still. You're gonna be happy still.
It's a rare case scenario.
Yeah, man, but it's worth the risk.
Because 95% of the people that climb up the ladder, they end up alone because they have to step on somebody to get there.
But you don't think you can buy friends at the top?
No, you cannot. It's not about what you have, it's who you know and who is on your side and who you have.
But that's when you climb is still. It's about who you know when you're going up. When you're there, you can just you can help. If you're that type of person who is charitable, right? You can help people and find happiness from that.
No, you will not. Never ever.
What if you're an introvert?
To a less extent. But I think it's a rare case. Very, very rare.
Yeah, true.
Because the thing is that when you make your $1 million, there are 3 things that will happen. The first one, if you came from nothing, you would think the people that are below you are lazy.
True. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's the mindset. The mindset tells you that a person who is not making it is lazy. Number 2, when you make it, you think everyone is after you because of what you have.
Yeah.
And number 3, when you have, poverty becomes glamorous. When people that are rich give, they're not giving because the person needs assistance. They're giving it because they can.
But is that bad? If I'm giving because I can give, is that a bad thing?
No, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But when I say it becomes glamorous, it's because you are not giving because the person really needs to better themselves. Because the rich people will never give someone to better themselves. They give so that they can stay there.
Oh, I see. I understand what you mean now.
You see, they give like as a point of glamour.
They don't give you enough to better yourself. They just give you.
If you have got 50 million right now, if you give someone that needs 1 million to make it, you will not.
Okay, so you say if I have 50 million and someone needs 1 million to be successful, you're asking if I will give that person that 1 million? No.
You see, that's the thing.
But how to make it? How? Okay, I can give you 50, half a million. Then you figure out the rest. You work your way out of the gutter. Because if I give you the 1 million, then you're just gonna have the 1 million.
But that's why I say, what else can you do with that money? You can just stack it. You can keep on stacking it. If the world was not about stacking the money, everyone would be comfortable. If you take the amount of money that is in circulation right now, everyone can be rich. But you cannot do that because for a society to maneuver or to grow or to keep moving, someone has to render a service to somebody, right? So business is a manipulation. You manipulate one person so that the wheel keeps on rotating and moving. So that's why I say that if you can't stack it, what else can you do with it? You keep on chasing that money.
Give it away, man.
You can't. Pablo Escobar started digging holes and burying the money.
His case is different, bro. His case is kind of different.
But you could have.
He couldn't really use the money.
No, because he had reached his limit.
But he was a drug dealer. He couldn't use the money that like that. I think.
He could.
How?
They're cleaning money. But he couldn't clean it anymore.
He could have given it to people still. Yeah.
Yeah, he could have given it to people.
Bro, that's crazy.
You see?
The thing is, you always believe that you can live longer because he never knew that he was going to get caught.
This is one thing that I always share with people, right?
Yeah.
In our youthful days, we chase dreams, right? Mm-hmm. In the process of chasing dreams, we chase money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is the dream.
Right? So the dream is to be comfortable. Yeah. So we chase the money. Mm-hmm. When we chase the money, we forget ourselves. What do we need? What do we want? Because we are chasing a dream.
Yeah.
When we make the money, in the process of making the money, we lose our health.
Okay, true.
Right?
True.
Now, you have the money. Now you're chasing your health with the money.
With the money that you chase. But now at least you can chase your health. You can better your health with the money.
No, you cannot.
Yeah, you can.
You cannot.
You can still.
And while you're chasing your health, you forget to live. You cannot live your life if you're chasing one thing after the other.